Well, what will you sing?
Well, I can't say yet, but I think the song gets announced in a few days. But I've got it's like down to two or three now. But I reckon it'll be like a ballad, but it can't have been released before September, just gone. So it doesn't leave a lot. I could write something that's new now, but I've got to submit the song choice in a few days. So it hasn't kind of left me with a lot of choice, but there's some songs off my album that I released in November that haven't been released previously as a singles. So I'm kind of looking at those and looking at my options, and it might be a bit of an unexpected song choice for Eurovision, but that's kind of what I want it to be. I want it to cut through.
Because if you don't go ballad, the other option really is high camp, and you're not really a hot pants kind of guy, are you?
Not really, and I don't look as good in a dress as Conchita, so I can grow a beard, but yeah, no, Conchita's got that down, and I think that's the beauty of Eurovision. I love watching it for the wackiness, but also every now and then there'll just be this amazing performance with this amazing production, and as an artist, I sort of watch it, and I love creative people. I love what they do with the screens, what they do with the content, and it's such a cool event.
Fans in Australia, they do get quite obsessive. Why do you think people get so passionate about Eurovision here?
I think it's like anything, it's such a huge event. I think it's like a $17 or $20 million production, just in the production, and like any competition, when you're representing a nation, people get they get very I guess they get fired up about their own country and get patriotic, and so I can see why they get fired up.
Well, you're experienced at competing in song competitions. Are you nervous about actually getting up there and having, I guess, the pressure of representing Australia?
That representation is definitely a weight to carry, because I'm basically singing for 3 minutes for Australia, and we're doing a little package about the country and how wonderful it is, and we're here at obviously this iconic spot here at the Opera House, and to have all of that weight, it's a lot to think about, but like I said, I'm just going to do what I do best, and it's a bit of an anomaly. We're a wild card, it's uncharted territory, so that takes off a lot of pressure too. Who knows what's going to happen? Who's going to vote for us? Who knows? And I guess we'll soon see in May. And
what if you win?
If I win, I get a glass trophy apparently, and a lot of high fives, which I'm looking forward to.
Just lastly, it's a great, whether you win or lose, it's such an amazing platform for you to expose yourself to Europeans, isn't it?
I've always wanted to expose myself to Europeans.
I suppose I could have worded that better. No, you know what I mean?
No, exactly. It's like I said, 200 million people, and I love Europe. I just went to Germany and did a photography trip actually in Germany, and just got a hire car and literally drove like everywhere throughout, from Munich, Fussen down south, all the way up to Berlin, and I just love the country, and I'm going there for a promo trip, and they're very close neighbours, is where it's hosted in Vienna in Austria, and so as a big fan of Sound of Music, I'm pumped to be able to go to Vienna. It's going to be awesome.
I should ask you too, do you get into the Eurovision thing here yourself? Do you have the parties? Do you do all that kind of stuff?
Yeah, so we do get together, and whenever Eurovision is on, we'll either tape it, because it's always on at weird times in the morning and that, so we'll tape, and then we'll do a little Eurovision night, and Jules will cook, which is probably the downside to the night, and we all, it's all right, I've publicly humiliated her for her cooking. It's nothing new. She agrees. She's not a cook. She's many things,
all right,
but she's not a cook, but she's lovely.
All right, thanks, Guy, all the best, good luck.